Hello, friends. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. I'm your host, the confidence coach, Susan Axelrod. This week, I am offering you a 5-part series on your inner power source. I have this deep empathic feeling that people are feeling powerless. So many things happening out of our control in so many ways in our lives and in business. And I want to be one person to remind you that the power is in you. You have your own inner power source. If you believe it, if you feel it, if you evoke it, and if you work on it, and if you focus on it. So, yesterday I spoke generally about the inner power source that is yours. It is yours. No one can take it away from you, even though sometimes it does feel like other people usurp it or undermine it or negate it or ignore it. Your inner power source really is about up here. And so today we're going to talk about what I believe is the strongest source of your inner power, which is your well-being. Now, your well-being is shows itself in many different ways. Your well-being, I call them buckets. You have an emotional well-being, a mental well-being, a physical well-being, a spiritual well-being, a career well-being, a financial well-being. Do you see what I'm coming up with here? This is what I'm talking about. Your inner power source is in you, and it's based on your well-being. So I want to ask you, how are you? How is your well-being? How is the well-being that is in you? When you realize the opportunity for these different buckets, then you really know the benefit that you can focus on just one at a time. On my website, I have a workshop that is actually on your well-being. I did a 5-part series on your well-being, and that lives on my YouTube channel, The Confidence Zone. And one of those workshops is on my website where you'll see all the buckets of well-being. So how is it that you focus on your well-being when you feel so pulled and stretched and stressed in so many ways? Well, it's on you. Honestly, it is. You want to think about these different areas of your wellness, your inner wellness, your well-being. You want to call it out for what it is and really do some self-reflection. Reflect for yourself personally. What areas am I up and high? And what areas am I low or down? And just choose one. This is the most important thing in my confidence coaching work is I break it down with you and for you into, as I've done here today, into buckets of the different areas of well-being. And then I break it down further into steps. Often your well-being starts just from your breath. Yeah. For so many people who are really in deep in life or business, it does start with your breath. And so I invite you to find your breath and just select any one area of your own well-being. In the end, for me, after a 20-year journey that started from an emotional breakdown that I had all those years ago, I know that the feeling space is at the core of my well-being. It all comes down to me asking myself, how do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel about this? How do I feel about that? How do I feel about the other thing? And whether it's my career, you know that I have my own business as a confidence coach, or whether it's my personal life, you know, you've heard me talk about the fact that I'm in transition, or whether it's my health And physical well-being, you've heard me talk about getting to the gym. So I've got some muscles starting there because I have also focused on the bucket of my physical well-being, my health. I'm eating pretty well and focusing on keeping myself healthy so that I feel healthy, so that when I ask myself the question that I just suggested that you ask yourself, how do I feel? I can be honest with myself about my physical health and say, I feel pretty good. And sometimes well-being, pretty good is a good enough answer. Perfection is not what we're striving for. Your inner power source is yours. It's up to you. And as my friend Cornelia just shared with us, it's your responsibility. Yeah, it is. You can blame anyone else you want for all the stuff that you face, that you're subjected to, that you have to deal with in life, or you can find your breath, find a little quiet, imagine your inner power source, and break it down into different areas if that will serve you, right? Ask yourself about my own well-being. How am I feeling about that? How am I feeling financially? If my financial well-being is down, then there's a couple of options. I can A, stop spending so much. I can B, generate more, right? Or I can C, get more organized about my financial life. Those are things that we can do to raise up the area of financial well-being. Sometimes it's hard to deal with all the buckets at the same time in the well-being space. So really, I want to really encourage you to think and choose one or two of the buckets that are the most important. How do you choose them? Ask yourself, how am I feeling? How am I feeling? How am I feeling? That is the basis for me of my well-being. And when I, even now, when I close my eyes, I got to be honest with you, I can see all the different things, right? I'm human too. I am the confidence coach. That doesn't mean I'm always supremely confident. Just now, when I asked you that, I felt the energy show itself to me of all the different things that I do have going on in my life. And still in all, I can take a breath and I can say, well, which one of those areas will I be focusing on? I always focus on my business because that is my passion space. It serves me, it feeds me, it lifts me up to feel better when I'm doing my business with you, like I am today. So, your inner power source, often it's based in your well-being. Tomorrow, friends, part 3, I'm going to talk about faith as a huge, important area of your inner power source. So join me tomorrow live at 5 p.m. Eastern, and we'll continue the discussion on your inner power source. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.